I don't know who needs to hear this, but adult life is a lot. I mean, a whole lot. And at some point, I realized that if I don't intentionally start making my life easier, hmm, I might eventually get overwhelmed on the long run. So I started changing small things, nothing dramatic, just little things that makes my life easier. And honestly, they've helped me so much. So I thought I'll share them too so that it makes someone else's life feel easier. Tip one, I stopped over explaining everything. This one. Before, I thought that I need to give a full blown explanation every time I said no. A full apology, a full reason why I had said no. Now, no is enough. I'm sorry I can't make it is enough. And it has reduced so much stress on my part, honestly. Tip two, I plan my week loosely and not perfectly. Another thing that helped my life is that I stopped trying to plan a perfect, unrealistic week. These days, I just ask myself what are the most two or three things that I have to do today, and I focus on them. That's it. Everything else is extra, and that takes so much stress away from me. If I've got time to do them, I do them, but I do not prioritize a perfect week. Tip three, I simplified my daily decision. What do I mean? Instead of doing several new things every day, I just stick to what I know. Make simple meals, make simple hairstyles. In fact, just make simple content and free myself. I don't need to be deciding 50 extra things every day. Tip 4. This tip has been saving me since the 90s, which is I write down everything. Sometimes I make notes on my phone, sometimes I do it on pen and paper. But things like my video ideas, groceries, to do list, I make sure I have them written down because I cannot overload my brain with thinking of everything. When everything stays on your head, it becomes noise. And writing things down gives your brain space to breathe. Tip 5, I do not respond to messages immediately anymore, except it's an emergency. Not because I don't care, but because I need to be present in my own life too. Because before I had to respond to messages immediately, they come in, I don't want no delays and not anymore. And that has really given me more time away from screen. I'd rather respond when I have the time and the energy to respond well. Tip 6, I schedule rests like it's important because it is. I've realized that in this generation, if you do not plan to rest, you will just keep working and working without rest. And rest is very important so that we don't break down. For me, rest is no longer optional, it's a necessity, it's part of my routine. Because I realized that when I rest more, I become more alert, more aware, and you just feel better. So, yeah. Tip 7, I've accepted the fact that I cannot be available to everyone. Some days I don't have the energy to call anyone, I don't have the energy to check in on anyone. That does not mean I still do not care, but I've realized that I've got to prioritize myself first so that I will be able to do those things at the right time. Now, I choose where my energy goes intentionally. Tip number 8, I make my environment work for me. This is what I mean. I already have a full timetable. I have some predictable routine that really help me without having to think of what to do next. I put my stuff where they are meant to be. I do some prepping the night before work just to make life easier and to prevent unnecessary rush. Tip number 9, I give myself the permission to do things that are just good enough. Things don't have to be done perfectly. Good enough is enough sometimes on some things. Because perfection is exhausting and most times we cannot keep up. And the last but not least, I check in with myself more often. I started self awareness. I asked myself questions like: Am I tired? Am I overwhelmed? Am I stressed? Do I just need to rest? I now try to be real and honest with myself. And I'm actually responding to whatever response I get, not just ignoring it. None of these things are big dramatic changes in life. They're just small gentle adjustments that makes life lighter and more manageable. Adult life is already a lot. So anything that gives you more peace, more ease, please choose. If any one of these tips helped you, I'm glad it did. See you in my next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.